Hello there to my few friends out there in internet land who still watch my old YouTube channel. It's not time to show you what's in the box yet. I know you're not wondering what's in this box because you've never seen this box. But this box is related to my next game, which is, I consider my first real game. Like, it's the first game project that I go 100% full out, full power. But anyway. In this video, I wanted to talk about how to make decisions, making decisions. And no, we're not going to talk about utility theory or fuzzy logic or Markov systems or Bayesian inference as you would use to make decisions in like an AI process or something. That's what I've been reading about because, you know, I'm all in the game space, people. By the way, if you never use Google Keep, if you have a Gmail account, I find this thing really helpful to organize your thoughts. And take notes of things. It takes notes from websites. You can put pictures. These like different color ones are notes I took from this GDC talk made by the guy who works on Magic the Gathering. Really helpful. So, making decisions, because there's a lot of decisions you got to make in life, and there's a lot of people and a lot of systems and a lot of schemes that will try to convince you that they know the right answers and which way you should go. And like my little brother. I have a little brother since I got married. He's in Iceland though, and he's getting close to the age where he has to decide what he's going to study in college and whatever. And I remember that decision being a hard one when I had to do it way back when, 1,000,000 years ago. And it was like college, right? When you're around the age to decide, this isn't just going to be about college, it's going to be about making decisions. So I remember when I had to decide what my major was going to be, right? What my major in college was going to be. And for me, it was a tough decision. It was so tough. I'm going to spell it like this. Is this tough? Yeah, this is tough. I'm totally a graffiti tagger artist. So the thing that made it tough for me was that I thought, like, the way people were talking, they were like making me feel that what I chose to study in college was what I was gonna be like in life. Like, this is what I would be, and this is what I would be forever. Forever. Fucking forever and ever. Okay. So this was scary. To try to make a decision, for what I was gonna be for the rest of my life, like, shit, you don't want to make the wrong decision, right? And I think the thing that makes decision making so hard for people, for me included, everybody, is that we're afraid we're going to make a mistake. We're going to make an error. You're going to choose the wrong thing, right? And you're going to ruin your life. And like, no, I chose, what would you choose? The people would say, you ruined your life. What's the classic thing? You majored in art or something, right? Now, I'm not telling anyone to major in art or not major in art. I didn't major in art. I majored in kinesiology. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, whatever. But I'm just using that as an example. Alright? And then people are going to come along and try to say, no, you'll ruin your life. What are you going to do with art? Huh? What can you do with that? So, the misnomer, IMO, in my opinion, is that you're not choosing something to do for the rest of your life. It's not what you're gonna be. No. Right? No. It's just temporary. So you're just choosing something that's temporary. And temporary is a lot less scary than forever, right? So this shit is just temporary, man. We could just fade it out like this, like, oh, forget all your fears. It's only temporary, but we should add another white layer behind everything so you can still see it. Okay. So actually, it's only temporary. So maybe that yellow is really a green, right? It makes me feel better. Like, oh, it's just temporary. Okay. Temporary. So knowing that things are temporary makes the decisions you have to make about them a lot easier. So let's just say you're choosing your major for college, what you want to study. Yeah, you're going to spend money. People are going to spend money. You're going to spend years studying it. You can always drop out or stop whenever you want, unless you think your parents are going to make you kill yourself or something if you do. But anyway, it's temporary. So if you maybe make a mistake and choose something you don't like, then it's only temporary. And the fact is that everybody Like I don't know anybody who went to college, studied something, and then did that for the rest of their life. I'm sure there's people that do, but that's in the minority. Most people have like 2, 3, 4, 5 different career changes as they go through life. And that's fine. That's just the way it is. So when you're making your decision about something like college, just know that it's only temporary. It's not forever. And I know your parents and people around you are going to make you feel like you're making this huge decision because, you know, it's what you're going to, you know, do for the rest of your life and what you're going to study forever. And maybe if they're like paying for it or something, they're like, we want to get our money's worth. It's an investment. You're going to do this forever. So like they might even try to convince you to do that shit forever because like we paid for it. We got to get our money's worth. They're not thinking about like your life and your happiness and your fulfillment and enjoyment. They're just trying to get their money's worth. Maybe, you know, people that get all materialistic and like money. Oh, so just keep that in mind. But I'm telling you here, this stuff is just temporary, so don't worry about it. So that's something about college. And just to add something else about that, like, I don't know, I just went to a shitty college, but I finished it, and it hasn't been helpful to me. I never really used my kinesiology degree. I guess I could say I kind of used it, you know, for animation. It's like, oh, position, scale, rotation, or more, it would be more applicable to, like, humanoid models and bones and anatomy and stuff like that. So sure, it did help me. Yeah, it was a good decision I made. Let's go back here. So this is temporary. And on that note, what I told my little brother was just, I would choose something you're obsessed about. You just can't stop thinking about, and pornography doesn't count. You might be able to major in porn, maybe at some college, but I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think it pays that well. It's, you know, it's not a very glamorous industry, whatever. Something you're obsessed about and something you think is a smart thing to do. So maybe you can flip-flop your major, minor, double major, I don't know. But if I were to do it again, if I were to have the ability to go back to college. Now, again, there's all kinds of online schools like Udacity and stuff like that, so we can always study whatever we want. But this is something people might have to wrestle with. So it's like, choose something you're obsessed about, the thing you can't stop thinking about and you want to think about all day. It doesn't matter if people think it's stupid or ridiculous. Like, I don't know, like you want to fucking build better vacuum cleaners and you're just all about vacuum cleaners. Then go into some fucking engineering that you build vacuum cleaners. Something you're obsessed about and something you think is smart. Like, this may not be the funnest thing, but it's something you think will be practical. And you might discover the fun in it. You know, like, I don't know, learning some programming language. You may know, like, oh, program is important. I'm not that stoked about it, but maybe it's smart. Because when you're choosing, like, a college, the advantage you're going to have if you get to go to a good school is that you're gonna have access to people and resources that you might not on your own if you're just, like, teaching yourself on the internet or learning on your own. So that's something to take advantage of. But that was just a little college thing. That's not what this video is all about, even though I just spent 8 minutes and 57 seconds talking about it. No, I'm gonna gloss it over now. Or, oops, wrong button. This. Wrong color. This. Okay. So, about, people have asked me questions. A few, not hundreds and millions, because I'm just some random unpopular man in a room. But when people ask me questions, I take them seriously. If people seem like, you know, they really need some advice or help or something, I try to be a good friend to everybody I can. Just not in a sexual way. So, they were asking me, I got a couple questions about how to decide what to do, like, creatively. People say, you know, they like to draw, they want to make music. I think one person asked me, said something about they sew, they do sewing. What else can you do? I don't know, make a game, make a comic, write a book. There's all these things, right? So let's say you're interested in all these things. Let's say, I don't know, you want to make movies. I don't know what the fuck you want to make movies. Making movies is crazy hard. You want to do animation. Okay. Alright. So, how do you choose? Right? People, like, if you can do all these different things, or you're interested in all of them, how do you choose which one to work on, which one to do? So again, I think this comes down to the mistake thing, because like you're gonna learn something and enjoy something from doing all these different things, and you might get some kind of recognition or exposure from doing all these different things. So I think the question people are really asking, or what they're concerned with when they ask, like, how can I choose what to do? Should I draw? Should I make music? Should I sew? Should I make a game? And my answer is just like, yeah, do all of them, right? Like, why not do all of them? Now, I think what they're getting at is that they're trying to do all of them at the same time. They're trying to do all these things at the same time, and your brain is just going to be full of fuck. And you're just going to be all, what am I doing? And probably what's going to happen is that you're just going to get like part of the way with all of these and like never really finish them. Like, you know, they'll all go like 10%, 20%, 10%, 50%. So you'll have all these things that are unfinished that you're interested in, but then it just makes you feel shitty because you have nothing to show. Like, oh, I want to make games, I want to make music, I want to do all this stuff, but if you never finish anything, then you just kind of feel like this half-ass, like, you know, you're talking about it, but you're not doing it. So, the thing to remember is that, like, unless you're going to spend fucking 50 years on one of these projects, you're going to have time to do other things. You're going to have time to do all of them. So, instead of starting one and then going like, I don't know, maybe I really love sewing, and then going here, and then, I don't know, maybe I really love making comics, like, just choose one and stick to one. It's like picking a major in college. Like, you can go to college and change your major fucking 10 times and stay there for 20 years. But it's probably better if you just, like, stick with one and get your degree and get out of there. You know? So the way I look at projects, it's like, yeah, start drawing something and finish it. Like, go all the way to the end. Ba-bump, and finish this. So you might get thoughts while you're doing this that like, oh no, I should really be sewing, but just fight those thoughts and finish something. And just because you finish one of these areas, it doesn't mean you're this now. It's just like the major. Just because you get a major doesn't mean you're going to do this for the rest of your life. You have to be an artist. No, it's just something you did. But having finished projects is a lot more valuable to you for your own self-confidence, to getting exposure, to getting work, to getting anything you want. You want finished stuff, not half-done stuff. So finish a drawing and then go, okay, while you're doing this drawing, like if you know, when we start something, we all have like the initial burst of inspiration where you're like, this is the best thing ever. And then when you start getting to the difficult or grindy parts of it, then your mind wants to go, oh, I don't like this anymore. This isn't fun. I'm going to go start a music. And then the same thing happens, right? You start it and you're like, oh, I'm excited and inspired. And then when it comes down to like the grindy part of it, you go, this isn't fun. And like, you know, you go try something else. But the thing to know is, anything you do, none of these things is going to be fun all the time. There's boring, repetitive, grindy bits to everything. And you just have to get through them. But here's a little tip I can give you. So let's say you stick to like, I'm going to finish this drawing, right? So you start on it, you're all inspired. Yeah, you shoot up really fast. You know, you start working on it. Then you get to the grindy bits, right? Now, you're not going to stop. You're going to finish it. But while you're doing this, pay attention to where your mind goes. Like, what do you really, maybe this will help tell you what you really want to do. Well, I really want to make music, you know? So don't jump over to the music, finish this, but once it's done, and if you have a finished piece, then go over to the music. And then same thing's going to happen. You're going to get these thoughts where it's like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's not fun anymore. I want to sew. But go ahead, finish the music. You want a finished product. And then you can go ahead and sew. And then through doing this, you'll probably find that when you get that urge to procrastinate, you're going to stick to this thing. You know, you might come to appreciate the thing a little more, or maybe you're constantly going back to the same thing, like, oh, it's about, you know, this. And maybe that'll show you the thing you really want to do. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, also another tip I have about these things here is that, say you want to do all these things, right? Like, I don't like drawing, but I do like making music. I like making games. I like doing animation. I sort of like doing movies still. I like writing. Let me do this. Writing. Okay. I still like modeling, like making 3D models, right? So let's just look at this for example, and what you can do is if you can't choose what specific thing to work on, how about this? Why don't you choose one project in a certain medium, if there is one, that allows you to combine all of these things, or maybe a whole lot of them. So for like me right now, working on this video game that I can't show you because it's top secret. I'll release details soon. But pick a project for me, like working on video games right now. Oh, we can also add my new interest, coding. Yes, I love the C#. So pick something that allows you to do everything. So like making video games, you get to do coding, you get to make 3D models, you get to write dialogue, you get to do animation, you get to do music, you get to make cutscenes. You see where I'm going with this? Maybe pick a project, some medium, something that allows you to do all the things you like. So, again, finish them. Like, you can do the same thing. You can just go start and not finish anything, and then your project goes nowhere. But something that allows you, I think I did a video on how to get big projects finished or something. I think so. If you look back in my video, there's something about it. But then what becomes the most important thing when you're working on a big project, or any project, could be a small game, a novel, like a short novel, whatever you want. But finishing the project becomes the most important thing, so that that will help you get over the feelings of procrastination and the hate of like grinding, because you know you have to get all these things done to finish this project, and finishing the project's the most important thing. So you just use that motivation, like finish the project, to get through all this stuff. So I hope this video made some sense about how to choose what to do. I didn't make any notes or whatever. I'm just making this up as I go, so hopefully it's coherent. So let's return to our cliff notes, much like our notes here in our Google Keep. Also, for getting stuff done, there's this super awesome, I think I showed this before in a video, but I love this site called Hack and Plan, and it's free, and it's designed to do video game stuff, but it's like Trello and a time management thing combined, and I find it super, super helpful. So when I'm working on my projects, I just have this list of stuff I have to do, what's in progress, stuff I've done. And so if I'm just brain dead, like, what's happening? Duh! Sometimes like we are, and I don't know what to do, I go, oh, okay, I'll do this. And then go work on this. So I always know what I have to do. I'm never just like lost, like what's happening? And it keeps track of time and stuff like that. But how to decide what to do? Do it all. Why not? Do everything. That's been my motto, and I've been happy and excited and challenged every day pretty much so far in life. Still am right now, new challenges. Do everything, right? And like, you never know what might be the thing for you. So the thing, what can I see it? Oh, it's on a layer down here. And what do I mean by the thing? Oops. The thing. The thing. Right? You do everything. Like, I've made music. Nobody fucking cares. That didn't do anything for my career or anything. I made some movies, and I got some fans, and it did some stuff for me, but then it just kind of, I don't know, I got bored of it. It kind of just toiled. It wasn't doing anything for me. So, I'm going to make a serious game now. I wrote a couple books. I'm just trying different stuff, because you never know which one might be the thing that, like, hits for you. So why not do all of them? You know, we never know. People might proclaim to know. Oh, that's right. That's what I want to talk about. So there's going to be a lot of people that are giving you advice. Hey, like me, am I trying to give you advice? Maybe. But I'm not claiming to know, right? I'm just some dude on the fucking internet. I'm not trying to claim I have all the definitive answers and fucking guaranteed. Because the truth is, maybe I should write this text. No one. Oh, come here, layer. What is happening here? I need a smaller font. Okay. No one really knows what the fuck they are doing. Okay, here's a tip. No one really knows what the fuck they're doing. So when we're children, we assume, maybe not if you lived in some crazy fucking chaotic household, like we assume our parents know what they're doing, right? Our elders, they know what's going on and what's happening. They have a plan and they're following a plan. But my opinion is, and just looking, if you look through the history, if you look at fucking monetary policy, you look at politics, you look at all kinds of different areas, nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. They claim to know, like people be like, oh, that's why you pay your taxes and that's why this is the way it's been and the way it'll always be. Like, that stuff is not true and it never was true. And anybody that's telling you to know what they're doing, they're usually fucking lying, or they're trying to get you into some religion or get you to join some fucking pyramid scheme or something. But nobody knows what they're doing. And the people that claim like they want to give you advice on your life or your career or whatever, they're just usually trying to get you to follow the path they followed because they're probably fucking miserable. And so they want you to be miserable too so you can complain together. Or they want to prove to themselves that, like, well, see, that's the only choice. You just do what I did. There's no other choice. Like, I had no choice. They don't want to admit that there might have been a different path they could have taken in life, and they could have been happier or healthier or more successful, whatever. So no one really knows what the fuck they're doing. So why listen to them? Why listen to them? If people don't know what they're doing, why are you gonna listen to them? Why? Because you're scared? I'm scared. Oh, because it's easier. It's easier. Oh, wait, no. It's easier. It wouldn't have that. Because it's easier, right? Is it the path of least resistance when it comes to your interpersonal communication and your relationships? Is it one of these things? Well, these usually aren't the best reasons to make life decisions. And usually when you listen to someone else, it's one of these reasons, right? Of course, there's other reasons, but it could be one of these things. You're scared. My parents know. These experts know. It's easier. I'll just do what they say. They'll pay for it, or help me, or they won't complain, right? Path of least resistance. Everyone around you was a sect. That's good that you decided to major in finance or whatever you're gonna do. That's good that you're not you're not writing the story you want to write. You're doing what's popular. You know, one of these things, right? So I would just say my advice. I've lived a little bit. I've read a bunch of books. I pay attention, and I've kind of seen the people that have done this. They kind of usually don't end up in happy or healthy places. Like, they might become successful in like a monetary way, but then they're like all fucking miserable and on meds and fat and sick and just all and like, I don't think that's a good place to be. Or they're fucking regretful and miserable and like, I should have done what I wanted, but it's like, yeah, you probably should have done that, motherfucker. But because the thing is, no matter what you choose, you have to live your own life. Okay, right? So, if you make mistakes, like let's say you're scared, it's easier, it's a path of least resistance, it's what the status quo is doing, it's what everyone else is doing. Okay. So, let's just say you listen to everyone, and you listen to the status quo. You did what everyone was saying was the right thing to do, right? So, what if you did that, and then you end up totally fucked? Okay. Let's just say it makes you depressed, and it makes you sick. Okay, makes you sick. And let's say, I don't know, it could even fucking make you like poor. Not poor. I'm not saying being poor is bad. You could be poor and be fucking happy, depending on the decisions you make. But let's say it leaves you these things, right? Now, the people you listened to when you were scared and thought it was easier in the path of least resistance, they can't do anything for you. Like, if you go, I listened to you and now I'm depressed, I listened to you and now I'm sick, I'm listening to you and now I'm poor. You have to live your own life, regardless. Those people aren't going to come and save you just because you did what they told you to do. And you will be totally fucked, and you'll feel even worse because you didn't follow the path you wanted to, and now you're all fucked up. So, looking at that, looking at other people's experiences, that's what I do. I'm like, well, look, nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. They can claim to be, but most of them are lying. So, if I'm following what I think is right, and what I think is smart, and what I think is the right thing to do, what feels right to me, even if I end up depressed, sick, poor, whatever, I mean, at least I did it on my own. I had to live my own life. You know, people aren't going to come bail you out, but, if you do what you feel is really right, like the right thing to do, that's your passion, that you love, that you can't stop fucking thinking about, even if people say it's fucking retarded, you might end up poor, okay, which in America fucking sucks, so I'd go to another country where it's better to be poor, wherever that is. There's other places that are much nicer than the fucking US if you're poor. You might end up poor, alright? You might end up having a tough life, and tough is that, like, you're not gonna have shit fancy, you can't fucking retire, like, and just sit around and do nothing. You might have to keep working, you might have to keep struggling, right? Struggling, okay. But, this is one thing that, when I was getting advice, from other people, they were usually just thinking about money. Like, how are you gonna have money? Let's see. Oh, another messed up text. They were just thinking of money, and of course money's important, but money is not everything. And if you want to know that money is not everything, go find a person that's fucking super fucking rich, but sick. Either mentally, emotionally, physically, and they'll say, your health is the most important thing. Because it is. You can't buy your health back. So if you listen to what other people did, you didn't do what you wanted to do, and you end up depressed, sick, fucking however many, you know, however you are, you can't buy your health back. Like, you can try, you can spend a lot of money trying to do all this health stuff to, like, get it back, but you can't do it. You can't buy it back. So, and then people do. They end up spending shitloads of money after they made these decisions and ended up in a shitty place where they're like, I should have done my passion. I should have went with the person I really loved. I should have done the thing I really loved. And then they don't. Then they're sick in all these different ways, like not just physically. And then they have to spend all this money with fucking therapists or buying all these supplements or vitamins or fucking surgeries or whatever to try to buy their health back, which is stupid. So why don't you just make the decisions that are right? Like, do what you love doing and listen to yourself, not other people. I mean, do research and be fucking smart about it. Don't just be like, I'm gonna be a pilot. I'm gonna pilot hovercrafts underwater because they're gonna fucking exist one day. Like, no, don't be don't be stupid about it. Be smart, do research. Don't just say, it's my passion and I know it's right. Like, research it, read about it, check it out. Like, But anyway, that ramble aside, yeah, why don't you just go backwards? Where's that part? It's not here. Why don't you just do what you want? Listen to yourself. No one knows what they're talking about, and they're all fucking sick. I mean, especially here if you live in the United States. I know not all of you live in the United States, but everybody's on fucking antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds, and they're sick. They have fucking diabetes, and they're dying, and they're fucked up. They're unhappy. They're fucked up. And a lot of those people did what they were supposed to. And they're fucked now. And who's going to help them? The ones that told them what to do, that they follow their fucking path? No. We have to live our own lives. They're not going to come back and help you. So, make your own choices. Do what the fuck you want. Because in the end, my friends, in the end, we are all alone. We are alone. So, if you're going to end up alone anyway, Not forever alone. You don't have to be alone like that, but I mean, you know, we're self-contained, we're individuals, so make decisions like you're an individual. You're not a stereotype. You know, people like using stereotypes, which are mental shortcuts. You're an individual, so make decisions as an individual. You're gonna like things different from other people. You're gonna want to live your life differently than other people. You may not fit in the way everyone else does. The things that make everyone else happy may not make you happy. The things that make other people around me or that I know happy doesn't make me happy. Like, oh, I'm going to nice places and eating nice food and sitting around doing nothing. That doesn't make me happy. And when I'm in those places, I feel alone. You know, because I'm away from the things that I love, my work, doing right now, making games. That's what I love. So even if I were to make the decisions people told me to make, you know, there were people when I was growing up in my family who wanted me to be a lawyer. They were like, we need an attorney in the family, and I can fucking argue, so I probably would have been a good attorney, but that's not what I wanted to do, and I would be fucking miserable right now. Sure, I have a million times more money, but money is not everything. And if you're broke as shit, I know it does seem like everything if you're from a poor ass place, but you can have money, but if you don't have your health, you have nothing. And being happy is part of your health. And what I'm saying is, just in my experience, people that were giving you life advice never, ever, ever considered or asked me what would make me happy. They never did. They just assumed they knew. And the things they assumed, the things they knew, like, oh, you need to get a good job, right? You need to get a good job. You need to get married, right? You need to have the right major. What else do they probably tell you to do? You need to, I don't know. Is that it? Is this America right here? Is this what you're supposed to do? Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot. What the fuck? What did I forget? You need a nice car. You need a nice car. Oh, can't forget the car. Oh, yeah, you need a nice house. You need to buy a nice house. Oh, and then when you get a nice house, then you need a nice vacation house. Oh, and also after you have the nice car, oh, you need the nice secondary car. Oh, wow, this just looks like fucking happiness to me right here. Yeah. I mean, I know a whole lot of people that have a good job and a nice car and a nice house, and they're fucking miserable and they hate themselves. Woo! And they're all kinds of fucking Xanax and Klonopin and pain pills, and they're all fucked up, man. Because maybe they never thought about this. So, hey, I have fucking nothing. I don't have a house. I don't have a car. I don't have a fucking good job. But you know what, motherfuckers? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. And I'm healthy. I'm healthy. Yeah. So I don't need to buy it back. I don't need to buy happiness. I don't have to buy shit. I don't think if I buy a fucking nice house or a nice car or something, it's gonna make me happy. Cause that's the lie of fucking consumer fucking corporate culture. Buy all our shit and you'll be happy. No, it doesn't work like that. Oh. Okay, I think this video's long enough. Hopefully my ramblings are helpful to someone out there, but when you're making your decisions for everything, think about this. What makes you happy, right? If there's someone that you love or something that you love, what will make them happy too? No? I mean, more importantly, you, because we're all alone in the end. All those people could be gone in a second. So make the choices for what keeps you healthy and happy. And healthy, I mean, working hard should not be something that you look at like, oh, I'd be unhealthy because I have to work hard. No, fucking hard work is good, as long as it's not like physically killing you. Yeah. So think about this right here, my friends. Happiness. Yeah. Because this is the most important thing. You could be fucking broke and living in a fucking shitty basement, but if you're happy, even if other people say you shouldn't be, and you're healthy, Fuck them. Oh, you can't even see my F words. Fuck them. Do your thing, people. Yeah, be happy. Follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell said, the master of mythology. Read his books. Read fucking everything you can. Learn. Get smarter. Get happier. Get more knowledge. Get better. And happier, healthier, smarter. And we erase all this. Okay, until next time, M.Strange saying goodbye. Goodbye.
'em all, y'all, 'cause soon they'll fall. So fuck them all. When the whole world says you're a bad guy, but you know that you're good inside, fuck 'em all. Fuck 'em all. They will fall, y'all, soon they will fall. So fuck them all. Evil, motherfucking 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 evil.